Friends, in today's video, we will discuss fenugreek seeds, specifically, their benefits when used in gardening or farming. Fenugreek seeds have been utilized in organic farming and gardening for centuries because using fertilizers derived from them yields remarkable benefits for any vegetable, fruit, or flowering plant. Therefore, in this video, we will explore the various nutrients and micronutrients present in fenugreek seeds, as well as the correct methods for their application and the specific advantages they offer. We will also demonstrate how you can use fenugreek seeds to prepare fertilizers for your plants in 3 to 4 different ways. Notably, 1 or 2 of these fertilizer recipes can be stored for years, allowing you to use them on your plants whenever needed and ensure your plants continue to reap their benefits. Fenugreek seeds have been a staple in organic farming for centuries precisely because they contain a wide array of nutrients and micronutrients, elements that are absolutely essential for plant growth. For instance, fenugreek falls under the category of nitrogen-fixing plants, meaning it naturally deposits nitrogen into your soil at no cost. Furthermore, fenugreek seeds are packed with various nutrients. They contain a rich variety of proteins, carbohydrates, and substantial amounts of calcium. They also contain potassium, iron, and significant levels of magnesium, along with numerous vitamins. These seeds play a pivotal role in boosting a plant's immunity, that is, its natural resistance to diseases, which, in turn, enables your plants to grow much faster and more robustly, while also significantly reducing their susceptibility to disease outbreaks. There are, of course, many other beneficial nutrients present in fenugreek seeds. So, let's now discuss the various ways in which you can utilize fenugreek seeds for your plants. If you wish to use this remedy, the first method, which is quite simple and easy, involves thoroughly drying fenugreek seeds in the sun. Afterward, you need to grind them in a blender until they are reduced to a fine powder. You can adjust the quantity according to your specific needs, that is, dry and grind as much as is required for the number of plants you intend to treat. Once the powder is ready, you can apply it to your plants. If you prefer, you can grind a larger batch at once, store it in a container, and use it periodically on your plants as needed. After being lightly dried, the seeds grind down into a very fine powder. When applying it, you do not need to use a large amount. Simply use 1 level teaspoon, a small spoon, per plant, or alternatively, half a tablespoon, a large spoon, per plant. You should apply the prepared powder directly into the soil, right around the base and roots of the plant, and then thoroughly loosen or till the soil to mix it in. You can very easily use this remedy on any type of plant, whether they are vegetable, fruit-bearing, or flowering plants. If you have planted vegetables or other crops in a field, you can certainly use it there as well to reap significant benefits. Applying the fenugreek directly to the soil in powder form, specifically around the plant's roots, promotes excellent root development. Furthermore, it significantly boosts the plant's immunity and disease resistance. Thus, you can use it directly as a powder, or alternatively, you can prepare a liquid fertilizer from it to feed your plants. The resulting liquid fertilizer can be applied directly to the plant's roots, or it can be used as a foliar spray on the leaves. To prepare this liquid fertilizer, you will need approximately 50 grams of fenugreek seeds. The quantity I am mentioning here is sufficient to produce 1 liter of fertilizer. However, if you wish to prepare a larger batch, you can adjust the quantity according to your requirements, doubling, tripling, or increasing it as much as necessary, and then proceed as follows. You need to add water to this mixture and leave it to soak in a completely shaded area. If you are in a hurry, you can soak it for just 24 hours and then use the resulting liquid, the water in which it was soaked, as a fertilizer for your plants. However, the best approach is to allow it to ferment thoroughly in the water for 3 to 4 days. When it ferments properly in the water, numerous beneficial microorganisms will become active, and all the nutrients present in the mixture will dissolve effectively into the water. As you can see, this is an update from approximately 3 days later. Observe how the color of the water has turned a distinct dark yellow hue, indicating that it has fermented very well. Once the fenugreek seeds have fermented thoroughly, the liquid will feel slightly sticky to the touch. Before using it, you must strain it thoroughly. After straining it well, take the resulting liquid concentrate and mix it with 1 liter of water. Once thoroughly mixed, depending on the size of the plant. So, for larger plants you should apply 100 milliliters. If the plant is small, you should add 50 milliliters of this mixed liquid fertilizer. You can use this on any vegetable, fruit, or flowering plant. Additionally, if you are raising young saplings, you can apply this liquid fertilizer to them as well. However, for small plants, specifically those in a nursery setup, you should use a smaller quantity, ranging from 10 to 20 milliliters. Furthermore, you can use this liquid fertilizer as a foliar spray on your plants. To do this, simply soak 50 grams of the mixture in 1 liter of water and spray it onto the plants. The third method for preparing a fertilizer from these ingredients is a somewhat time-consuming process, meaning it will take some time to prepare. But the fertilizer produced using this method is the most potent and effective for plants, yielding the most significant benefits. To prepare this, you will need 50 grams of fenugreek seeds. You must take an equal quantity of jaggery, unrefined cane sugar, as the amount of fenugreek seeds you are using. Therefore, for 50 grams of fenugreek, you will need 50 grams of jaggery. If you wish to prepare a larger quantity, simply increase the proportions of fenugreek and jaggery accordingly. You may use jaggery in either solid or liquid form. The older the jaggery, the better the result. If you are preparing a large batch of this fertilizer, you can use a large drum, such as a plastic drum or bucket, to mix and store it. However, if you wish to prepare and store a smaller quantity, you can use a standard 1-liter plastic bottle or any other plastic container. Simply place the fenugreek seeds into the container, add 50 milliliters or 50 grams of jaggery, pour in 1 liter of water, and place the container in a spot that remains completely shaded. You need to let it sit for at least 1 to 1.5 months. During this process, specifically when preparing fertilizer in this manner using a container or a plastic bottle, you must never fill the vessel to the brim when adding water. This is because, after a few days, gas will begin to accumulate inside. If you fill the bottle completely, there will be no space left for the gas to expand, and the bottle could burst. Therefore, you must leave a little empty space at the top. Furthermore, every other day, you need to gently open the cap of the bottle, or whichever container you are using, to release the accumulated gas. Initially, for the first 1 to 2 weeks, you should do this every other day. Subsequently, you can gradually reduce the frequency to once every 2 days, and eventually to once every 5 days, as the rate of gas production will naturally decrease over time. This happens because the fermentation process is initially very vigorous, resulting in higher gas production. After approximately 45 days, your fertilizer will be completely ready for use. You can begin applying it after this 45-day period. To apply it, you should use a spray bottle. The recommended ratio for the spray mixture is just 20 milliliters of this liquid fertilizer mixed into 1 liter of water. You can then spray this solution on all your plants. When spraying, ensure you cover both the upper surface of the leaves and the undersides. So friends, by following these methods, you too can create fertilizer using fenugreek seeds and apply it to your plants. You can repeat the application of this fertilizer on your plants every 15 days. I hope you found today's video useful. If you enjoyed this video and found the information helpful, please, I urge you like, share and subscribe to my channel. Finally, thank you for watching.